Good morning, my friends. Rich Lohman here with your woohooing thought of the day. And it's a beautiful day outside. Excited to be with you all and just share a thought and be it in hopes that it will challenge your thinking and inspire you to live your life to the fullest today. So today's thought of the day is expectations. It came into my domain of thinking, boop, just like that yesterday. I'm like, dang, maybe we should talk about that. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, John. Step in from the West Coast. So excited when I get to see you in here. Jennifer, Linda, good morning, good morning, good morning. Expectations. Brandon Sanderson said, expectations were like fine pottery. The harder you held them, the more likely they were to crack. Oh, you guys, this is so much perspective to this conversation. Good morning, Peter Stippen. Good morning, Candace. So much to this conversation of expectations. The first perspective that I want us to think about and have thought around is, what did you expect in life that you thought things would be easier than they are? That's the first thing that I think about, because I think about, I kind of expected that, at the age I am, that maybe I was a little bit further ahead than I am. And I thought it would be a little bit easier to get there. Oh, it gets harder. So expectations around your thinking of how hard, difficult, easy, simple something might be. The second perspective is I expected things to be different. And I think that becomes deeply rooted in maybe the different is simpler, harder from the first one, but also completely different space, completely different time and space of where we might be. An example of this for me is I expected where I'd be in life maybe to be different than I am today. Maybe healthier, maybe not as healthy, maybe wealthier, maybe not as wealthy. And I'm just giving you examples that really help you to get your thoughts around expectations and whether the right expectations or they're the wrong expectations, because that can set us up for difficulty, failure, and disappointment, unhappiness, if we don't have the right expectations. That gets into number 3 on the list of expectations, my expectations of others. Especially as I parent and raise good, successful kids in life, my expectations of them and their expectations of themselves, or them going back to number 1 and thinking life would be easier, and it's dealing them some hard blows. But where I might challenge them or struggle with them, and where I might need to, this is where I'm going to get to at the end, maybe lower the expectations I have for others. Or raise the expectations I have for others. And the last one is, the fourth one is expectations, others' expectations of me. Sometimes those are the weight of the world is what others place as expectations on each of us, and how we can meet those expectations or fall short, and how we feel about them. It's a psychology nightmare, if you ask me. These easy or different others' expectations of me and my expectations of others, all 4 of them are just offer a perspective to the quote, expectations were like fine pottery. The harder you held them, the more likely they were to crack. So I'd love to see and hear what you guys have to say about expectations, and whether your expectations of others are too high, whether you should lower them and allow the happiness of just accepting them for who they are, or maybe your expectations of yourself aren't high enough and you've got more in your tank. It all comes from a perspective or your vantage point on your life. So that's why I'm offering up this thought today. Philippians chapter 1, verse 20, Philippians 1:20 said, I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage, so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. The word I eagerly expect and hope, expectations and hope. Interesting that those 2 words in the scripture are put together, because my word of the year is hope, Hope requires that you have goals, willpower, and way power. And hope, I think, and maybe the expectations that I have for this year might need to be looked at a little bit more, might need to be looked at a little bit more by you. So I love that, Peter Stippen. What do we expect? Give it to Jesus. Yes. Good morning, Bob Groves. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning to each of you. I want you to stop, think about your expectations of this day. Is it going to be a good day or a bad day? That's just an expectation because it hasn't played out yet. So the challenge is to really, really mitigate where the right expectation is and a realistic or practical expectation of the day is versus some pie in the sky, dream that might not come to fruition, that might be riddled with disappointment, or might be riddled with expect more of yourself and go after it and go get it. Again, all perspective, this word expectations. I hope you find this thought beneficial, and I hope you have a great day.